But yeah, you don't have to. If you wait until you have perfect knowledge of everything, you'll never get anything done. You just never will. So the world's not that way. If you don't have $1 million yet, you're living a much lesser life than what could be easily available to you with the right guidance. My head coach has freed up a few spots in his calendar to hold one-on-one strategy calls with the highest quality applicants. If you're doing well already, and you're looking to accelerate your momentum and do even better, click the link in the description now and apply for your strategy session. More at the end of this video. Tushar says, hey Derek, excited for the real estate riches. My question is, do you have specific real estate investment strategies that you prefer, like commercial, single family homes, multi-unit, or are you very diversified across whatever opportunities you find? I kind of have a strong preference myself with commercial real estate. Just mostly because the laws in most states are very favorable to commercial over residential. A lot of judges don't like to kick a family out of their house, even if they haven't paid the rent for months. And, the thing is, your mortgage is still due. So it's not that I want to kick the family out of the house either. I had rental properties for more than a decade in my life, 15 or so years. And I hated it. There's a lot of money. I made money. It was great. That part was great. It helped me set up my life. But I hate dealing with the public. You'll see this yourself. For those of you that have to be more public facing and deal with, ordinary people, they find ways to fuck things up and blame you. And, in the context of rental properties, they'll do terrible things to your property. Be mad if you don't give them their security deposit back. Maybe you got a $1,500 deposit and they cause, $10,000 in damage, and they'll be mad if you didn't give them their deposit back, and pay their rent late, regularly until you have them kicked out. And, then say you're a bad guy as well. Well, we haven't paid the rent for 6 months. Well, we know, but Christmas is coming. Let's get the fuck out, literally get the fuck out of here. So, I have a strong bias towards commercial real estate. I've got, quite a lot of money in, 8 figures, more than $10 million in commercial real estate at the moment, between some commercial properties that I own through the stock market, other things that I own in person. So, well over 8 figures. And yeah, I don't know. I like that a lot better than dealing with tenants. Tenants are a pain in the ass. Tenants in, residential tenants are a pain in the ass. And depends on the state you live in. Some states are more favorable to the landlords, as they should be. But then some states they've lost their mind, and it concerns me a little bit. But you can make money in both, okay? You make money in both, so that's what's important is you got to go get that initial capital. Nothing wrong. Somebody's going to make, there's new billionaires are going to be made in residential real estate. So don't be detracted or, think that you can't do it. Like, you could do it, but you have to be willing to deal with some annoyances that are not necessary in commercial. And you might get paid a rent premium for dealing with that, depending, where you're doing business. Joshua says, hey, Derek, excited to be at the event tomorrow. Thank you for your time. What was the first property you purchased back in the day? What were some setbacks that has to be overcome? Thank you. I bought my first property when I was 19, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just knew, people live in houses. People prefer to live in houses than outdoors. Probably going to remain popular for people to rent houses if they can't afford to buy one. So I'll figure it out, So yeah, there's plenty of little things come up. I probably had the rent mispriced. The rent was probably too low for, a number of years, 4 or 5 years. By the time we made some improvements and raised the rent, then that person moved out because they didn't like the higher rent costs. So then I made some more improvements, et cetera, et cetera. There's things I could have done better. Rent should have been higher earlier. I could have done a few other things, different or better, but, we'll cover that throughout the course. I'm not avoiding talking about it. I don't mind talking. I'm happy to talk about some good things that happened. Happy to give you plenty of warnings of, don't make this mistake that I made. So there'll be plenty of examples of that throughout the course. I don't mind talking about that at all. I've done enough things extremely well that it doesn't hurt my feelings to tell you a couple of things I messed up along the way. So yeah, we'll cover it throughout the course. You'll see plenty of examples of that. But yeah, you don't have to, if you wait until you have perfect knowledge of everything, you'll never get anything done. You just never will. The world's not that way. You watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you the pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.